Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Who is that, Miss Labanati?
Yes, hi, Judge.
Thought I recognized your voice. How are you feeling?
Not that good.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Miss Labanati?
Yes, hi, Judge.
I am so sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry. Because you're gonna get better. You're gonna feel better. Let's think positive, Miss Labanati, please. I'm
Sitting
sorry.
down, it's so horrible. Like the pinching.
Oh, I've never had anything like that before. Never back, never anything.
You're
So,
so lucky.
yes, blessed. And after all these years, please, are you kidding me?
Wow, it's impressive.
I'm calling, is JLJ, you think, you guys? Jay? Rick, follow Jay, will you please? And Ramon Rodriguez, who is Ramon Rodriguez? Somebody?
He's an attorney judge. He's the one on the other side of New Basic.
What about Robert Estrada? Is he an attorney?
Let me see.
Robert Estrada. Good morning, everybody. My name is Judge Bonnie Rangel. It is my honor and pleasure to be judge of the 171st Judicial District Court. Ms. Becky, is Robert Estrada an attorney, so he can be included?
I didn't see him on the docket, Judge.
Rick, is everybody in identified? So
I don't see that one either on the docket, Judge.
Okay, let me go ahead and let him in, Rick, and follow him, okay?
Yes.
It is 9:01 a.m. Oh, we're starting pretty much on time. 9:01 a.m. 7/14/2020. As everybody knows, unless they've been living under a rock, we are in the midst of a pandemic, a crisis, COVID-19. The Texas Supreme Court has allowed courts to handle hearings via Zoom and YouTube Live. If there's anybody out there participating that has an objection to participating via YouTube Live and Zoom, please let me know right now, verbally. Very well, let the record reflect that no one has objected. I want everybody to know, everybody participating in this hearing, that Anita Garza is my court reporter. She's participating, as well as Rebecca Gonzalez, my court coordinator, and of course, Rick Salazar, keeping security in force in this Zoom hearing, as well as my bailiff. Now, there's going to be absolutely no recordings of these proceedings. Anybody that does court could be held in contempt of court. I want everybody to know that we are on YouTube Live to comply with the Texas Open Courts provision. Now, there's an options bar at the bottom if anybody wants to participate in the chat, or if anybody wants to participate in a breakout room, just ask me for permission and I'll be more than happy to give it to you. Everybody put on mute so I don't get any exterior noises. Mr. Wendell, can you please put on mute, sir? You don't know how to get unmuted again. You don't want to touch the dial.
Took it off. Yes.
You don't want to touch the dials. Okay. Just make sure there's no noise there, sir, and I'm happy, okay? I understand your predicament.
He is on mute now, Judge, Mr. Wendell.
Oh, he is on mute. I didn't touch you, Mr. Wendell. Somebody touched you. I didn't mute you. Okay, with that being said, we're going to begin with our docket right now. The first one is RJ Leasing. That's Stephen Blanco. Or is anybody here? Robert Estrada?
Yes, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. At this time, court calls cause number 2018 DCV 3919, RJ Leasing DBA Ideal Lease versus Trans World Freight. Announcement of counsel, please.
Robert Estrada for the plaintiff, RJ Leasing.
Very good. There's no opposing attorney because I think are the defendants in bankruptcy, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. We met 2 weeks ago, and I advised you that about a week or two after we had filed this lawsuit, the other party had filed for bankruptcy.
Did you file the documentation in the file, notice of bankruptcy or suggestion?
Yes, Your Honor. We filed that yesterday.
Okay, very good, sir. Ms. Joanne, is it there?
Yes, it is, Judge.
Okay, when do you think bankruptcy may be over? Or do you have a clue, Mr. Estrada?
I don't, Your Honor. I'm not involved with the bankruptcy.
When is it initiated? Can you tell me that, Ms. Joanne or Mr. Estrada?
Yes, Your Honor. It was initiated 2 weeks after we filed our lawsuit, so I believe that was in October
of 2018.
Yes, Your Honor.
Don't you think it could be discharged by now?
Well, looking at the court's docket, the bankruptcy court's docket, it appears that it's still ongoing as several motions were filed, I think, within the past week. So it's definitely still ongoing.
Okay, sir. Okay, let's go ahead and set this up. You want to set this up for a status in 6 months? I don't want to have you here every month, but you think maybe a 6-month status?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Judge.
Right, okay, we're gonna do a status regarding bankruptcy in 6 months. Anything else, Mr. Estrada, in this case?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you very much.
You may be excused, sir. Be safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir. Rebail, Mr. Matthew Rebail, did I let you in? Mr. Rebail? Okay, he's not there. The next one is JLJ and Daniela Labanati, 2018 4436. Morgan versus Arellano. Announcement of council, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniela Rabinotti for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. JLJ for defendant, Mr. Ariano.
Good. I see Miss Labanati frequently, but I've not seen you, Mr. JLJ. How are you, sir?
Wonderful. Thank you, Your Honor.
You look fine, sir. You look very good. It looks like you're staying safe. And all your books there look like you're very busy.
They're mostly comic books, Your Honor.
I think you're doing it to intimidate Ms. Labanati.
I know.
Yeah,
I am
right.
very intimidated right now.
I
I think
know.
I think they're New Mexico. I think they're New Mexico, right, JL? Is that New Mexico, the red books?
Your Honor, you know nothing can intimidate Ms. Labanati. You know that.
That's
Okay.
probably true. That's probably true. So,
I think
yeah,
so, Ms. Labanati. I think so. He's right.
that's very true. Well, Judge, this is a motor vehicle crash, and Mr. JL and I have worked diligently to this case. We've done depositions, we've done discovery, and we have done what we have done in no other case. We have done 2 mediations, not
Wow.
one, but 2 mediations with 2 different mediators. we've even like had other attorneys trying to help us get involved to settle the case, but because I didn't know, maybe my client didn't find me too attractive to convince her, but nothing worked. We've tried everything. We've tried the good and the bad. So unfortunately, my client wants to go to trial. I think she has seen a lot of shows and TV, and she just wants to go to trial. So
Okay, have you given her a dose of reality?
I
And
have, Judge, and Judge Villa has had, and
Okay.
believe it or not, Judge, this is a case that I recommended settlement. I thought the defendants were being reasonable, but there is
Right.
nothing we can do. There is,
It's the plaintiff that's being unreasonable.
well, she just, I think those billboards of those attorneys are just not helping me in this case.
With those millions and trillions of dollars. Okay,
Yes.
you
those
just,
billboards.
and I'm sure if Judge Villa can't settle it, ish.
I
We're
tried.
gonna see maybe 3 years. 3 years to at least trial. 3 years.
I don't know, Judge. So when this is going to be a special setting, so unfortunately, it's going to be one of those cases that she says she'll wait as long as
Okay.
it's necessary but she wants to go to jury trial.
Okay, then I think this is something we just need to put on our list of cases to be put on the trial docket when and if we're back in the courtroom,
I
right?
understand, Judge.
To come back for settlement conferences and waste your time, I think is a waste, right?
Right. No more settlement conferences,
Got
Judge, because I've already paid for 2 mediations. So
Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, we're just gonna wait for trial, Mr. JLJ, Ms. Labanati. We'll see you in 3 years on this case.
okay.
I'll call you
Have a
from
good life.
Hawaii,
Stay-
Your Honor.
What, Mr. JLJ?
I'll call you from Hawaii. I'll be retired by then. So
I hope I join you. I'm there too, joining you.
Are you inviting me, JL, as well, or what?
Yes.
me and Mr. Wendell are going to start raising medicine for glaucoma in Hawaii.
Well, send me an invite, team.
You guys gave me a good belly laugh this morning.
Yes,
Thank you
JL
all.
and I
Stay
get
safe.
along great, Judge. Even if we go to trial, it will be an entertaining trial because we just get along so well.
I can tell. I can tell. I can see it. Okay, you guys. Be safe. Thank you.
Thanks,
Nice to
Judge.
meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Julian Ortiz, it's Wayne Wendell and Mr. Beganowski, 2018 4717. Announcement of council, please.
Yeah, for plaintiff, Mr. Ortiz Victor Biganowski, Your Honor.
And Mr. Wendell, I'll let you in, but I guess he doesn't know how to unmute. Let me find it. Can you unmute, Mr. Wendell? Somebody muted you and I didn't. I told you. There you go. Mr. Wendell,
I
there
think
you
now
go.
I'm unmuted.
Will you announce for the record, sir?
I'm Wayne Wendell representing the defendant.
Good, okay. First off here, there's no jury fee paid.
There was a jury fee paid, Judge.
Oh, good, okay. Jury fees paid already, okay. What's the status, you all? Tell me.
Well, we're setting up depositions, Your Honor, then probably go to mediation. I've given several dates to Mr. Wendell. I'm just waiting to hear back.
Okay, do we have a trial date in this case in a scheduling order?
No,
No?
I don't.
Okay.
we have
When-
depositions set in September.
Right.
And we're in the process of getting all of the medical records. Then after the depositions, I anticipate as soon as possible, we'll have a mediation,
Can I set this up?
probably in October.
Can I set this up for a December, January trial setting?
It's fine with me, Your Honor.
What do you think, Mr. Wendell? December
I
trial
think
setting?
January might be better, just to
Okay.
make sure we don't have trouble getting all the depositions, et cetera, that we need.
Okay, we're gonna do a January trial setting. I'll send you the scheduling order. We'll set up a scheduling order conference. Gentlemen, as I've been telling you, civil attorneys, please follow all and adhere to all the deadlines, because that's the only way I think we are going to move our civil dockets, our civil cases, because we're not gonna be in a courtroom for another year and a half, I don't think, or 2 years.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay.
Well, this is the most fun status conference I've ever attended. Maybe we should have more of them.
Mr. Wendell, I'll invite you to every single one of my Zoom hearings, okay, sir? You can participate anytime you want. I'm having
If it's this entertaining, I'll be there.
I'm having fun too. If you're having that much fun, Mr. Wendell, you don't even have to log off. Stay on and keep joining us. Okay, you guys. Okay, you guys. Be safe, both of you, please.
You
Be
too,
safe.
Your Honor. Hi, Wayne. You take care.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Mr. Wendell, you take care, my dear.
Thank you very much. You
Yes.
too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Next one is Gloria Amador. Mr. Kennedy, are you in? I've let you in about 3 or 4 times. Are you having connectivity problems, Mr. Kennedy?
I am in now. I apologize. I was having trouble hearing sound, so I switched to.
Okay. Okay, good, good. At this time, court calls number 2019-001, Amador versus Cinemark. Announcement of council, please.
James Kennedy for the plaintiff.
Tim Norvell for defendant Cinemark.
Good, okay, this is a status. Jury fee has been paid. There's a motion to stay that was filed?
Yes, Your Honor. We filed an agreed motion to stay back early on. I want to say it was the beginning of May. As you probably know, the Cinemark has been shut down for the duration. We had anticipated reopening starting the 15th of July. Obviously, things have changed. So I do not yet, from my clients, have a new reopening date. The difficulty we have faced is that the personnel that we need even to get factual information have all been furloughed. We don't have access to basically anyone until Cinemark brings them back on. There are a few people left in the corporate office who are working, but again, I have significant difficulty in obtaining information or even authority to proceed with much of anything. Mr. Kennedy was gracious enough to agree to the proposed stay, and we've just kind of been waiting to see what would happen.
And the duration of the stay order expire, how long is the stay order for?
We had requested the stay through the end of July.
Oh, okay.
It had not been entered, but we've just kind of informally been not proceeding.
Okay, Mr. Kennedy.
Yes, Your Honor. I think given that we know theaters won't be opening anytime soon, I'd like a trial setting in May, and that way at least gives us something to work for. I don't think a January is realistic on this case because
Right.
she doesn't even have the people to allow me to depose.
Okay, are there any corporate reps that you need to depot that can be found? I know employees can't, but corporate reps.
Even
something
our
that
corporate,
they take forward.
yes, I'm sorry, Your Honor, even our corporate rep, the person we would designate as our, like, as a 30B6 type witness for this case is furloughed. The general manager of the theater is furloughed as well. That's our primary representative. And typically,
Yeah, but you know where to locate those individuals so the depots could be done, right? I mean, the other people you can't locate or you can't talk to, but the corporate reps, just something to move the case along. No?
I can certainly attempt it, Your Honor. I don't want to tell you that I wouldn't try. I have not asked Cinemark for that authority, but I can certainly try to do so. And I can also, I think that it would be good, like Mr. Kennedy said, to get a trial setting with some space, get a mediation deadline going, and that'll help me work with them as well. So I'm on board with that plan.
Miss Norvell, do you think May is a good trial date?
As it stands right now, of course, we have no idea. Assuming, you know, that we get back to business at some point between now and then May is absolutely appropriate. Hopefully the court will consider further requests if we need
Absolutely, absolutely. In these crazy times, I mean, we've got to just kind of go with the flow. Things change daily, sometimes minute by minute. So yes, ma'am. Let's do a May trial setting. You work on the deadlines, you know. We'll set up a scheduling order, okay? Order May trial date. Anything else? Mr. Kennedy first.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Norvell, anything else?
Nothing
Ma'am.
further. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You all may be excused. Stay safe. Be safe driving. Be safe driving, Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah, I'm in the car. Okay. Thank you.
Bye. Okay, the next one is Mr. Rebel and Mr. Vega. That's Gloria Hernandez versus Orduño and Rosa Ruiz. Announcement of council, please.
Matthew Bell for the plaintiff.
Judge Jose Vega here for the defendants.
Good. Okay, what's happening in this case, gentlemen?
This one's very close to settling. We're waiting on a reduction. There is one issue. It's my understanding that defendant Laura Hernandez is in a bankruptcy proceeding.
Defendant Laura Hernandez. I don't see a.
Oh,
Laura
I'm sorry. I'm
Hernandez.
sorry. Not. I misspoke. Our client is in a bankruptcy proceeding.
Which
Laura
one?
Hernandez.
Which one?
Gloria.
Laura.
Laura Hernandez.
Laura, but Gloria is the one that sued.
Gloria settled.
Yeah, Gloria settled.
Gloria settled. Okay, so we have a Gloria Hernandez and then we have Laura.
Laura, yes.
Laura has filed bankruptcy.
Yes. So that, but we're very close to settling on everything. So I just wanted to bring that to the court's attention.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Mr. Rebel. Okay. When do you think, do we need to set up one more settlement conference or one more status?
30 days. We're waiting on a reduction from the hospital to do
Okay.
the disbursement sheets. So
I'm gonna give you 45 days. Working with hospitals is
it can be
painful. It's
Yes,
painful
ma'am.
with a reduction. Let's do a 45 days. Okay? Do you agree,
Okay.
Mr. Vega? 45
Yeah,
days?
and I think once we have that reduction, because I think that's all that Judge Ancliffe was waiting on. He's the ad litem that was appointed in this case. Once we have that reduction, we'll probably be ready for a friendly suit hearing.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. We can do it by Zoom, right, Mr. Vega?
Yes.
And Mr. Vega?
Yes, no problem with that, Judge.
Very good. Very good. Becky, can you put down Mr. Ancliffe on the docket as the ad litem because he doesn't appear? So that you'll know you have to give him notice. That's my point. Or Ms. Joanne, do you input the attorneys or can Becky or who does it?
I usually do, Judge, and I have him on already
Okay,
as the
Judge.
ad litem.
Okay, but he didn't come out on the docket. That's why I don't.
Okay, I'll put him on the docket, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, everybody. Anything else in this case? We'll see you in 45-day settlement conference, okay?
No,
Nothing for the
Judge, and then Mr. Rybel had one of the first cases that you called.
Elvira Aguilera. Thank you.
Judge, may I be excused?
Thank you. Yes, Mr. Vega. Have a great day. Be safe. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Okay, 2018-4185 Aguilera versus Lizette Marquez, announcement of council.
Matthew Bell for the plaintiff.
This is the one where I rejected last night or yesterday, right, Becky? Did you get my email? Or did you get my email, Mr. Rebel?
Yes, Judge.
This is it.
Rejected.
This is the one where service was done November of 2018, attempted service.
Right.
And I'm not gonna give you a motion for subservice on attempted service in 2018, sir.
We've been trying, Judge, social
Well-
media searches.
Well, give me dates.
To
No,
look-
give me dates. You've got to go physically to the house. I'm not gonna do due diligence that you did 2 years ago, sir.
Okay, I could give you an affidavit, Judge, within the.
You gave me an affidavit, and the affidavit said
but
you tried
from our
personal.
staff,
I'm sorry?
from our staff trying to locate this person.
Okay. Ed, but you're gonna have to try to serve him personally at the last known address, I guess, where he was at.
Okay, we could do another attempt, Judge.
Yes, please. One more attempt and then tell me everything you did on social media.
Okay. Yes,
So
ma'am.
we're gonna set this up for another 30 days, 2 weeks. I think in 2 weeks you can do it.
Real quickly though, Judge, I looked over the link you gave me on the publication, if it gets there. And the issue is only the district clerk or the court clerk could register for that. Or they had to give us permission to register.
I'll
I
look
think it's
into it. I'll look
you-
into it, but basically what it's saying, it's within the discretion of the court, kind of. what
Right.
you for
We
default.
can unilaterally do a username and password, but if it gets there, we will revisit the issue.
Right. I think your problem is the fact that it's been almost 2 years and
It
there's
has been a while, but
yeah,
I'll update the court.
no recent due diligence. You got to show me recent due diligence. Okay.
We'll do another attempt.
2 weeks status. Thank you. You all may
Thank
be
you,
excused.
Judge.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next one is Yvette Gallardo. Is anybody here? Is Jason Aldridge on?
Your Honor, my name is Branson Rogers, and I'm here as counsel for plaintiffs.
Very well. At this time, court calls cause number 2019-2037, Gallardo versus Grajeda. Announcement of counsel, please.
Yes, Branson Roger here for plaintiffs.
Lorenzo Nieto appearing for the defendant, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good. Tell me, gentlemen, what's happening in this case? We were set for trial June 15th, is what it says.
Yes, trial was set for June 15th before obviously everything got really interesting with COVID settings. The recent updates have been, there was a mediation in May, I believe, May 14th with Mitchell Moss. Since then, I think the court was notified on June 5th, 2020 that a mediator's proposal was unsuccessful. So far in general, all the active parties of the case have been deposed. There are a few additional depositions that we would like to pursue, namely the experts defendant. They appointed 2 doctors, and there's also a relevant third party that was involved in the crash, which is made the basis of the suit. My defense counsel has already been given an affidavit from that person, but we would like to further pursue an actual deposition. And then I think that's about all of the things I see left in terms of discovery between now and the trial date.
We don't have, do we have another trial setting or not?
No, we will
do
need
not,
a new
Your Honor.
trial setting, Your Honor.
Okay. What do you think, gentlemen, is an appropriate or a possible trial setting? February?
I would want to say sometime between 4 or 6 months, perhaps. I'm amenable. It's just I want to make sure we get in all those final depositions before we actually get into trial.
Let's do February. What are you thinking? Is
I think that would work for us.
Mr. Rogers?
We're fine with that, Your Honor.
Very good. We're going to set this up for a February trial setting with a scheduling order, please, Miss Becky. Work back to your deadlines, adhere to those deadlines, because I'm going to push these cases. Okay, gentlemen?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Your Honor.
As much as I can. Okay. Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you all. Stay safe. You all
Thank
may be
you.
excused. Have a great day.
Have a great
You
day,
too.
Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you. You too. El Paso Psychiatric Associates versus Jennifer Banks. That's Mr. James and Mr. Viadent. Announcement of counsel, please.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. Ricardo Viadent on behalf of the plaintiff.
And Mr. James? Mr. James is oh God. I've let Mr. James in about 20 times. Mr. James, you have participated, but you have participated with no audio. We're going to get back to this one, Mr. Viadent. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mr. James, I'm going to remove you, or you're going to have to play with your audio. I can't help you because you have no audio and you really don't have any video either. Mr. James, I'm trying to help you. Yeah, I can't do much. He's not participating video and he has no audio. I'm going to remove you, Mr. James, and you need to get in. He probably can't even hear me if he has no audio. I'm going to remove you, come back in with video and audio, Mr. James. Or Miss Becky, call up Mr. James' office. He can participate by speaker phone. That's probably the quickest. And Mr. Villadent, I'm telling all you young attorneys, it's probably behooves you and is in your best interest if you call these attorneys that are oldies but goodies like me, right? That are oldies but goodies, to practice with them a bit to how to get in, really. That would help the court out tremendously.
I'll do that moving forward. Your Honor.
Mr. Villadent, thank you. I like your background. It looks very nice, sir.
Well, thank you. It's my house.
Very nice, sir. Very beautiful, sir. Okay, so let's see if Mr. James will participate by phone. Becky, call him because he's tried to come in at least 10 times and I've let him in. Okay, the next one is Finance America. That's Thuy Frazier. Court calls cause number 2018-4452. Announcement of council, please.
Thuy Frazier, Your Honor, for petitioner Finance of America Reverse LLC.
Thank you, ma'am. Now you're here alone. There's no jury fee paid, first of all?
Correct, Your Honor.
What's happening in this case? Tell me.
Well, this is just a standard expedited foreclosure proceeding, but the respondents have now filed bankruptcy, and this is also a federally insured loan, so it is now subject to the federal moratorium. So for several reasons, there's no way we can proceed.
We can do this. Okay, very well, very well. Okay, ma'am, you want to set this up? Do you think it's safe, Ms. Frazier, if we set this up like, let's say 6 months from now or 3 months? You tell me.
The respondents are actually current on their bankruptcy plan. And as far as I know, they're making their payments on time. So it does not appear that they're going to be discharged or dismissed anytime soon. But 6 months for the next status conference. Hopefully by that point, we'll at least know if we're on the other side of this coronavirus.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Status in 6 months.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You may be excused. We'll see you in 6 months. Stay safe. Ms.
Thank
Frazier.
you, Judge.
Thank you. Bye-bye. We'll see ya. Portfolio recovery, that's Madeline Hayes. Is Madeline Hayes on? Nobody is on for Madeline Hayes, portfolio recovery. The next one is Nuvasiv, court calls cause number 2018 DCV 585. Announcement of council, please.
I am Skylar Parker here for plaintiff Nuvasiv Inc.
Ramon Rodriguez appearing on behalf of defendant East El Paso Physicians Medical Center.
Okay, so tell me.
Your Honor, I already had and spoke with
attorney's fees.
Correct. Yeah. And I already spoke with Skylar. I went back and looked through and researched it just, I mean, for the sake of, intellectual integrity and keeping this thing moving forward and then not waste any further resources. Your Honor, we're withdrawing the opposition. I think if they submit the evidence at a later date, they can have an evidentiary hearing and then we can go through those fees and see which were reasonable and which were not. So
I guess what I need to do is just set up a hearing on that.
Yes, Your Honor.
That's it.
And we can talk between me and Mr. Rodriguez on if we want to do it by submission or Zoom hearing or whatever you're comfortable with, Your Honor. And so we'll figure that out on our end and then maybe reach out back to you on a good date.
I would probably prefer not by submission because it sounds like Mr. Rodriguez is probably going to attack the reasonableness of it. So I think we need to set it up on a Zoom hearing. So let's
that works for us, Your Honor.
Counsel, how long do you if you guys can't agree to an amount, then we'll have the Zoom hearing. Try to work something out. When you want 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 45 days, tell me, counsel.
I'm good with 2 weeks to a month. I can get it together.
Okay.
Yeah. So long as I have the fees before me, within a reasonable time, I think 2 weeks to a month would be fine.
Okay. Let's do at least 3 weeks. Let's do at least 3 weeks. How long do you think it'll take, counsel, so I can schedule appropriately?
Your Honor, is it 3 weeks as in I submit mine in 3 weeks and then Mr. Rodriguez has like a week to respond, or how
3 to 4 weeks is the actual hearing. So
Okay,
you need to do it now, I would say,
gotcha.
right?
Yes,
Now.
Your Honor.
So you can
Mr.
start work-
Rodriguez, you're thinking 30 to 45 minutes for a hearing
I would,
or?
I would say roughly 30 to 45.
30, 45. Okay, let's keep it an hour. Miss Becky, let's keep it an hour. 1 hour for this. We'll set it up in about 3 to 4 weeks. You guys exchange whatever documents you need to exchange. Anything else, Mr. Rodriguez, Ms. Parker?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Thank you.
That's
You
it,
all-
Your
Yes,
Honor.
and Judge, I had received something by email from Nuvasiv and it said motion for summary judgment without attorney's fees or something, but it was only a proposed order and it wasn't signed by any attorneys.
Yes,
you-
Your Honor, this is the motion for summary judgment we had. I just gave you a proposed order. And I submitted a letter brief last night based on the attorney's fees, but it's mute at this point.
Okay, so
Okay.
I don't find that document. We ignore that email, Ms. Parker?
Well, we need the order executed whichever way you're going with the summary judgment. I believe the last time we discussed, you mentioned you were going to grant it, but we haven't got the order granting the summary judgment at this time.
Okay, we need the order granting the summary judgment. Okay, very
Yes, Your
well.
Honor.
Very well, okay. I'll do that. So Ms. Becky, forward me the email with the order granting.
Yeah, she recirculated with signatures. It had no signatures of no attorneys on it.
Did it have her signature on it?
No.
My dad, that's okay. It's an order. Have you had an opportunity? Did you circulate it to Mr. Rodriguez, Ms. Parker?
I believe he's copied on the email. Mr. Rodriguez, did you receive that yesterday?
Yeah, I was copied. I received it through e-service yesterday, Your Honor.
I know
No,
you didn't agree as to substance. I know that.
approved as to form.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. And it's on the record. Good. I'll sign it. Thank you all. We'll see you in 3 to 4 weeks. Exchange of
Thank you,
documents.
Judge.
Nice to see you both. Take care.
Likewise,
as
Judge.
well.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Okay. If nobody's there for Madeline Hayes? Okay, Becky, what happened with Mr. Stephen James? You're on mute.
He's on the phone, Judge.
Okay, let's take care of his case.
Let
At
me
this
get him close to the speaker. Okay.
Mr. James, can you hear me?
Mr. James?
Yes.
Okay, can you hear the judge? Talk, Judge?
Hello, Mr. James?
Judge,
Yes, sir. Okay, you can hear me, so I'm gonna get on the record. Yes? At this time.
Becky, I can't hear anybody.
You can hear her?
I'm sorry, you're not, Becky, he's not gonna hear you because you have the headphones on.
Oh, I have to take them off?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay. Okay, now can you hear?
Judge,
Yes, Mr. James, can you hear us?
it's very light on your end, Judge.
Okay,
Okay,
Mr.
hold on.
James, can you hear us better now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, at this time, court calls cause number 2019 DCV 3481 Psychiatric Associates versus Jennifer Banks et al. Announcement of council, please.
Yes, Ricardo Vieta for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
Steve James, I represent the defendant Banks.
You represent who?
Wait, what case are we calling?
Who? We're calling the 3481, sir.
But it's EPPA versus Banks, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And I represent Banks.
Okay, who represents El Paso County MHMR, Emergence?
I do, Your Honor.
That was Mr. Souter out of,
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry. So they've been non-suited.
Okay, so El Paso County is out. Have they been formally out, Miss Joanne? Is there
Yes,
enough?
Judge, they have.
Okay, so the only remaining defendant is Jennifer Banks. Okay, what's happening in this case, gentlemen? Give me a status.
Yes, so we've done some discovery, some written discovery. They're still pending with the court. We just filed an agreed motion for a protective order so that we can produce confidential information. We don't have a trial date yet. That'd probably be best to get a trial date and a scheduling order in place to move the case along. We haven't taken any depots yet.
Okay. What happens if I give you a February, March trial setting?
Let me look. Judge, this is Steve James. When I've used this Mac computer before on Zoom, but then this time this morning when I went on, it told me I needed to upgrade my browser, and so I wasn't able to get that done quickly enough to
Okay,
get
sir.
on the video and
Thank
the audio.
you.
So I apologize.
Thank you. Okay, sir. Thank you for that explanation.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a struggle out here sometimes just to work all the electronics.
It's frustrating, but we're patient.
In March, I already have March 1 and March 16 trial dates. In February, I have a couple also.
Okay. I'm going to put you February or March anyway, sir. We'll deal with conflicts later. I just want to get cases on track. I want to get cases done on track quickly because I want you guys to adhere to all the deadlines so that we can push these cases. Okay. So we're going to give you a February trial setting. February trial setting, work back with the deadlines.
Okay.
You're probably not gonna, we're not gonna be in trial in February anyway, sir. Really, believe me. Believe me, with a criminal docket backlog that all these judges are gonna have, and they've got to give priority to everybody that's in jail. Civil cases. If we're trying a civil case in a year, I think we'd be doing great, so. But let's just do February. Maybe it can be settled. Let's hope. Okay, Mr. James, anything else?
No, Judge. I've already got February 8th and 22, but I hear what you're saying. It doesn't matter if it conflicts.
It doesn't matter, sir. It's not going to happen. I just want you guys to work diligently towards a quick resolution, hopefully.
Do you want us to do a scheduling order, Judge?
Yes, we're going to give you the day. We're going to give you the trial date, and then you work backwards.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Villadente, anything else, sir?
That's it, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. All you may be excused. Be safe, both of you.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, that takes care of that one. Let's do portfolio recovery. Miss Madeline is not on. Madeline Hayes, Miss Joanne. Well, did she get notice before we get on the record on this one?
Yes, she did.
And they opened up the email?
Yes, she did. And I sent notices as well.
Okay, at this time, clerk,
Judge, I have Chris Estrada on, and I sent them a chat. I haven't gotten any response from Chris Estrada.
Chris Estrada's a lawyer, isn't he? Mr. Estrada? Mr. Estrada?
Yes, Your Honor.
What case are you here for, sir?
I was actually on the criminal docket and I saw you were doing mostly civil. So I was staying away until the very end.
Oh, okay, sir. Sir, I don't have any more. I don't have a criminal docket until 11. Who are you
okay.
for? Who are you
It was
here
it was set at 9 for Laura Macias. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess anything up.
I think you're in the wrong court.
Yeah, we don't have a 9 o'clock.
You're in the wrong court, Mr. Estrada.
No, Judge, that, Chris, that's an arraignment. You don't need to be on Zoom. I explained that yesterday to Estelle. That's just so y'all can file the arraignments and send it to me by email.
Oh, I was not told that. I apologize. Thank you, Your Honor.
Tell Estelle she's not talking to you. She needs to talk to you.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, then the last one, 2018-4745 portfolio recovery. Let the record reflect that Madeline Hayes is the attorney of record. It's set for a status dismissal. Miss Madeline Hayes did get notice by e-filing.
Yes, Judge.
She opened up the email as well.
Yes, Judge, and I also sent notice out by first-class mail.
Very well. Let the record reflect that I'm going to dismiss for failure to appear and for want of prosecution. Becky, please do that dismissal immediately. Okay, I think I'm done with my docket, right? Miss Becky, Mr. Rick?
Yes.
Very well.
Yes,
Okay.
Judge.
Okay. Everybody may be excused. I'm getting off YouTube. I'm getting off and I'm stopping the recording and I'm getting off of YouTube Live. Everybody stay safe.